Today. I've already done the other two, and I have cleansed the space and the cards and asked for Spirit to come in and give us some guidance for Taurus. Just remember that energies are fluid. Time is fluid. So they're interchangeable. So if it doesn't resonate, or it resonates the other way around, perhaps, or for cross watchers, a lot of times it does. And that's okay. Take it as it resonates. Leave the rest for someone else who may need that message. Not all messages are channeled directly to you. It is a general reading for the Taurus, for the zodiac sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If it doesn't resonate at all, then you can check out your other significant signs. So that would be your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. However, like myself, I resonate a lot with Scorpio readings, and I don't have them in a placement. I don't have Scorpio in a Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placement, but everywhere else in my chart is Scorpio. So a lot of times when it comes to communication, things like that, I do resonate with a Scorpio reading. So just keep that in mind. If you do find that the message resonates with you, if you could please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me, especially when you hit that like button, helps me, the like and subscribe button helps me connect more with your energy. Because, you know, then we know you'll be watching the next time that your sign comes up. So we're going to get Taurus. We're going to get a couple of oracle cards from Spirit for Taurus. Taurus, can you help me give Taurus some message that resonates? Okay. Selling out. But she's not, it's not, this is a selling out of yourself. You see how she just looks rode hard and put away wet type thing. Yep. So I'm going to gather some, I don't know why I'm doing these in the opposite order this time for you guys, but we're just going to go with it because usually there's a reason. This is going to be for Taurus. Taurus. You can give me the Taurus. Taurus energy. Okay. Taurus. What do we got? Ah, an epiphany from your higher self. Okay. So, all right. And you got a spirit guide coming through. Alrighty. So, there's been something that you've been doing in your life, Taurus, that makes you feel like you're selling out. You're either selling yourself out, selling yourself short, or maybe you feel bad for what you have done to someone else. Maybe you've sold a friend out. You've gone against what you know is right, and you've come to the epiphany or understanding of that. You've got a spirit guide who is with you, telling you you're protected, but that you need to correct this situation, whatever this situation is. We're going to pull some tarot cards to see what that is. But sometime, this is a reading for after the lunar eclipse, for the next couple weeks through the first week of June. So you're either just now realizing after the lunar eclipse or during the lunar eclipse how you were either selling yourself out or selling someone else out, and it just kind of hit you all at once like a ton of bricks. Spirit guide is coming through to let you know that you are surrounded by angels, ancestors that are there to protect you and guide you along this this self-discovery journey is what it kind of feels like to me. This is for Taurus. Let's get you some tarot cards to go with it. And give me some guidance for Taurus. Taurus, what's the message they need to hear most for Taurus? And Taurus. Let's see what we got here. Page of Swords, King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Taurus, any other messages for Taurus, Spirit? Any other messages for Taurus? Whoa, okay. I'm not going to take all of those. Any messages for Taurus, Spirit? Taurus. Any messages for Taurus? And on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is going to be the moon. So yeah. So something that you've hidden from yourself or lied to yourself about, or been not completely honest with yourself about, that you're starting to realize that now. Hold on, I gotta get this card off the ground. The Spirit throwing cards at me all around. Let's see. Okay. Taurus. Nostalgia. King of Swords. Four Cups. Death. The Emperor. Okay. So the Page of Swords, looks like maybe you had gotten a little bit on the defensive. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that somehow your intuition told you something about a relationship in your life, and it was not, you thought it was your intuition, and it wasn't. It was your own negative thinking, and you being in your head and always thinking the worst of those around you to a certain extent, which allowed you to then justify your treatment of those people or situations. And it seems to me that while you were telling yourself that it was your love of a person or whatever that made you react this way, because you loved them, and or that you cared about them, or you were a good friend to them, and they did something, and you just because you can't put your finger on it, you know that they did something to you. And what this looks like to me is that you were wrong, and you were really not a very nice person to this person or to these people. And you stood sort of aloof, and like you were better than that situation or that person, or that you would have chose differently. Well, we all choose our life paths differently. And so what I would tell you, Taurus, is I see you now, you're thinking about and feeling nostalgia and feeling bad because you realized you were wrong. You got ultimate clarity, and realized that the way that you were thinking or feeling was not necessarily accurate. And so that's my child banging on the door. He's going to have to wait. So this is where you are definitely extremely mental now. You're thinking about everything that you did, and your emotions are feeling very much like you lost a lot, and you're not even paying attention to that. This person over here still has a little cup left for you. If you would possibly, admit your wrongs and apologize, or behave in a different way, or show that you were changing. You don't have to sit there in this sadness, because what you're doing is building up more of that same exact wall and bitterness towards the outside world that caused you to act this way up here in the first place. There could be an ending of this cycle if you take the time to look within. There could be a rebirth, a chance to let things grow and come into fruition. You could watch that the seeds that you planted before all this happened, you could watch those actually grow into something beautiful and life-giving, if you'll just take a little bit of your own self-inventory. And so but basically, normally I get a pretty good feeling from the Emperor. To me, he's a well-rounded guy. I don't know why right now I'm getting the feeling of him sitting there like almost like his shit don't stink. And that's just not cool. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius, someone with strong Sagittarius in their chart. Maybe a Scorpio, someone with strong Scorpio in their chart. Or Cancer, someone with strong Cancer in their chart as well. The 18th or the 13th of April or July. July 11th might have a significance to you. April 7th. April 18th. Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to tell you straight out, Taurus. I'm sorry, I'm quite blunt. You did something here. You sold out someone that loved you as a friend or a coworker or whatever. You sold them out thinking that you had this feeling that you called your intuition guided you to you just knew that they were up to no good. You were wrong. But you're having a very hard time admitting that you were wrong. And I'm telling you that until you do, you're going to continue sitting in this feeling of lack. And you're missing the rainbow that's sitting there right next to you. The possibilities are endless of what this friendship, relationship, career, whatever could produce for you if you would get out of your own self-loathing, your own self-bitterness for the world around you, and let some people in, and don't call what you have as stinking thinking in your mind. Don't let that fool you. That's not your intuition. I think the best way intuition was ever explained to me is when someone said, if you follow your intuition and it makes you feel good or safe or more or better or safer than you felt before you followed your intuition, then that's your intuition. If it gives you a bad feeling or you feel worse than you did before you did follow your so-called intuition, that is not your intuition. That is your mind and your ego taking over. So that was the best way it was ever explained to me at one time when I just didn't understand, but I felt like it was my intuition. Well, no, it wasn't. It was that my own stinking thinking, my own ego got in the way of that. So let's pull some advice from Spirit for you, Taurus. Let's get some advice for Taurus Spirit. You got any advice for Taurus? Whoa. Okay, well, we're not going to take all of those because I threw them at myself. I don't really think that was Spirit throwing them at me this time. But I do need that card down there. It's trying to have me. Wow. Whew. Someday I'll get a bigger space and quit shaking this camera around everywhere. All right, Spirit, can I get a final message, advice, guidance for Taurus? Final message for Taurus, some guidance for their best good going forward for Taurus. Best good for Taurus. Taurus. Taurus, Taurus. Get it. Okay. My super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. So, you put out negativity, you get back negativity. If you replace every negative thought with a positive thought, you will eventually begin seeing nothing but positive, because how could you help it? You're attracting nothing but positive thoughts. But you have to basically retrain your ego to no longer stay in a place of lack. In other words, don't sell out to your ego. Your ego can be a very ugly, battered, torn up thing. Your ego's got a lot of damage to it. So quit selling out your soul for your ego. Okay, Taurus, wishing you guys all the blessings, love, and light that the world has to offer. And I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye-bye.